All right, all right. Okay, hi friends. I know on the screen it says Jeremy and Haley. I obviously am not Jeremy or Haley, but I am Jordan. I am Jeremy's sister, and I'm going to be filling in tonight talking about just gut and digestion and how we can use some really awesome Young Living products to support those things. When Haley asked me to fill in, I was like, oh yes, I can talk about this because I have been a member since 2012. And I would say that supporting my digestive system is one of the first things that made me a true believer in essential oils. It was like the first oil that I had that like, oh my gosh, that worked so fast experience with. If you've ever had that, feel free to comment. But hello, hi Greta. So for me, that was a Digest. I had a really amazing experience with Digest. I've had a similar thing with peppermint. And so it was just kind of one of those things like, okay, I'm a believer. I am sold on using these essential oils. How did that work so fast? But I wanted to read something to you guys. So today when I was just doing some preparation and reading, and I know some of you guys are joining in and filling in tonight for Haley, so just a heads up on that. But I'm excited to talk with you guys about gut health and how we can use our Young Living products to support our digestive system. If you guys want to come on and show your face, that would be great. If not, if you're listening and busy doing things, no worries. So how does the gut affect us? So many ways, so many more. If you've never looked into it, so many more ways than just your stomach and how your stomach feels. This just one little line that I was reading. It said, when your gut functions properly, there is a good balance of bacteria helping your body process and get energy from the food you eat, clear toxins, fight against disease, and boost your mood. So those are all some pretty important things I feel like that we really need, especially the mood part, right? No, I'm just kidding. But I was like, well, I mean, if your stomach hurts, you're probably in a bad mood. But anyway, so I just thought that was interesting, just kind of summing up a lot of the things that the gut does for us and when it's functioning properly. And then when it's not functioning properly, obviously it can really affect us. But I think the timing of this topic is so important because the holidays are upon us. Thanksgiving's behind us. Christmas is ahead of us right now. And I don't know about you guys, but I am socializing a little bit more, eating things I don't always eat. And they're not even necessarily bad things. It's just sometimes an overload or an excess of things I wouldn't normally eat. Sometimes it's even just like multiple days in a row because there's festivities and things going on. And so what I love about the oils, which I want to kick off, starting off talking about the oils, is that they are just such a readily available, easy go-to for like quick support of your digestive system. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, hopefully I can do this right. I'm going to screen share and just use the website. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Digest, and actually let's see if it'll work because I don't know how to move this. My little picture is, oh, there we go, is right in the way of the search bar. Okay, so Digest. Let's just start off talking about that. I'm going to get through as many, I have a little list of products I want to talk about, but I'm going to keep it 20 minutes. I'm going to get through what I can. So if you have never experienced Digest, I highly encourage you to put it somewhere handy and use it. Use it next time you are feeling like something didn't quite settle right with you, or you just need a little digestive support. But Digest is a lifesaver. And I'm getting a little feedback. Let me see if I can mute. Okay, so Digest is a lifesaver. I have a love-hate relationship with Digest. And if you are not a big licorice person, if you don't like licorice, then you're going to know what I'm talking about with this particular oil. But it's so funny because I have used this oil so much for so many years that it kind of stopped smelling bad to me and started smelling like relief. And I know that's just like a weird thing that probably doesn't make sense, but this oil is like one of those ones that just works for me. So it is a blend. I did click on the Vitality version just in case you are one of those crazy psychopaths who like fennel. You could actually ingest it if you wanted to. No, I'm just kidding. My mom actually doesn't mind this taste. And so she will make some tea with it, which you could do. So that's why I clicked on the Vitality version. But so this is a blend. It's tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, anise. I guess that anise probably has that similar flavor too, and patchouli. So these are all like historically oils that support our digestive system. This again, this little screen just keeps getting in my way. Okay, so you could put it in a capsule if you wanted to. You could put it in tea. That is not the way that I would use it, but you could add some honey. You could inhale it, but honestly, I really like to just put it directly on my stomach, which I seriously thought was like so hocus pocus when someone told me to first do that. Like, I'm going to put it on top of my stomach and somehow it's going to work on the inside of my stomach, but I don't know how it works, but it works. So I would recommend using it that way. And the oil we're going to talk about next is peppermint. But I find that if you do not like the way this particular oil smells, then you can try layering it. You can do digestion first and then put peppermint, or you can put peppermint somewhere closer to your face because peppermint has a similar effect. It can also help with some of these same things. I think this is the one where I was reading today on here. It said that digestive vitality includes oil from fennel seeds, which some cultures munch on after meals, as well as ginger. And I thought that was disgusting, but it probably works really well. So anyway, so let's see. All right, we're going to move on from digest. Like I said, if you've ever purchased a starter kit, it probably came with this oil. I would suggest that you get it out, put it somewhere handy, and also keep your peppermint close by. So let's see, peppermint vitality. Let's see. Also going to click on this one for vitality. I feel like this is not the appropriate time to mention that I like making peppermint brownies with this. We're talking about digestive health, but if you do need to make some peppermint brownies for the holidays, you could use this. So this one, peppermint is just one of those crazy oils. It's like a unicorn. It has like a million uses, right? So good for, I actually really loved this oil during pregnancy because I just needed to like smell it out of the bottle. I'm like one of those people that, had really bad nausea. I get really bad motion sickness, like kind of just all the things. And all of these things are very much connected to each other. But peppermint is like one of those life-saving oils that you just want to have with you, like on the go. I feel like in my car when I'm traveling, like I just really love to have this oil. But like I said before, if you want to layer this oil with digest, I find those two to work really, really well together. You can use them by themselves, but it will help combat that smell. And I forgot to say this earlier too about digest, but if you really don't like the way it smells, you can put a little roller top on your digest, and that way you're not having to touch it with your fingers. You can just kind of roll it like on your belly or on your kid's belly or whatever. But peppermint supports healthy digestive function and gastrointestinal comfort, may help alleviate motion sickness and calm stomach discomfort. So this is like a holiday must have. Maybe you ate something that didn't quite settle right. You want to keep this on hand, put it right on your stomach. You could make some peppermint tea. You could just smell it right out of the bottle. It smells amazing. So I highly recommend peppermint oil. And like I said, if you've got a kit, that's probably also in there. The next one I want to talk about is Aroma Ease. Okay, so I feel like Aroma Ease is going to be like your people-friendly digest, okay? So this is the one that I like to travel with this one, especially if I'm like on an airplane, because you don't like really want to be that person that pulls out the digest and the whole plane like smells immediately like fennel or licorice or whatever. But it works similarly. I think I was reading about which ones it has that's different, but it's a combination of peppermint, spearmint, ginger, cardamom, and fennel. So it still has the fennel in it, but it's just not as potent as the Digest. It does still have a similar effect. Like I feel like it works just as good. Just sometimes depending on how bad I'm feeling. Like sometimes I'm just like, no, I really need Digest. But I do like having the Aroma Ease with me, like I said, on the go. It's just like slightly less offensive, and I like the peppermint and spearmint mix. It just smells really, really good. So definitely recommend, if you don't have this one in your arsenal, to consider getting it. It's one of my favorites. It's like one that I always have a backup of, just because you never know when you're going to need it. And let's see. Something interesting about this one, which is not really what we're talking about today, but if you look here on the about section for this one, it was talking about, like it mentions healthy bowel, and then it also said, where was it? Oh, soothes fatigued muscles, which I know just all those like minty oils can help with that. But it just is a reminder that whatever you're dealing with, especially if you're traveling, if you don't have all your oils with you, you might have one that could still work for whatever it is you're dealing with. So just keep that in mind, which is honestly what I just love so much about the oils, because they're so versatile and you can just use them for so many different things. Again, kind of lists some of the same things. Supports the gastrointestinal system. We know that ginger is really, really good for that. The minty oils and all of that as well. So, alrighty. Those are three. I could go on because there are more. One that I'm not going to talk about. I'm not going to look it up for you, but I'm going to mention that I love. I am a new mom, and so I really love the Tummy Dries roller. I keep it next to my bed. I use it on my baby when we're doing our nighttime routine, just sometimes on her belly. And, sometimes I've even grabbed it for myself if I need it and I don't have another one close by. But they do have those really amazing kid scent line of already diluted oils that are just so easy to use for our kiddos. Okay, let's talk about a few products. Let's see, and we're about halfway through, so that's perfect. I want to talk about Life 9. If you are not using a probiotic, this could be something that you could really benefit from. Probiotics are so good at really just helping us keep that gut healthy and giving it the support and keeping that good bacteria higher than the bad bacteria, right? Because it's kind of all a balancing act. So I'm gonna move this over so I can see. Okay, so Life 9, a highly potent probiotic that supports healthy immune function, helps maintain optimal metabolism, promotes normal intestinal function. It has 17 billion live cultures from 9 different bacteria strains, and you do 1 capsule daily. Okay, and this is something I noted when I was just kind of doing a little research. So you can take 1 capsule every night following a meal, or you can take it as needed. But I did like this reminder. So especially this time of the year, because there's a lot of germs going around and a lot of people dealing with just various different things. So for best results, you take 1 capsule 8 hours after using Inner Defense. So Inner Defense, this class is not about that, but it is a wintertime must-have. And if you are fighting something and you're taking Inner Defense, just remember to take your Inner Defense and your probiotic apart from each other, just like you would like an antibiotic or something like that, because you just don't want those fighting each other. You want to be able to use those so you get the most benefit out of each one. So promotes healthy digestion, supports your gut health, supports a healthy immune system. Just really, really good addition to your daily routine. And this one, it does say on the bottle to refrigerate. So it doesn't come refrigerated, which is nice because if you have an unopened bottle and you need to travel with it, you can bring it with you. But when you do open it, it does recommend going ahead and putting it in the refrigerator. Okay, let's keep on cruising through some of these. Let's do next, digest and cleanse. So this is one that after reading more about it, I want to really be more consistent. And I feel like this time of the year is the perfect time to really be consistent with this one. So this one's actually going to be a gel capsule. It contains fennel, anise, and ginger essential oils to support digestion, peppermint and caraway essential oils, which have been used for centuries to ease occasional digestive discomfort. And then it also has lemon, which is used to stimulate digestion. And these ingredients work together to support overall digestive health in a targeted release capsule for ideal absorption. So this is a capsule, like a very small capsule that you can take. And let's see, it's got a lot of different oils in it. And this, I feel like these, like all the products that Young Living has, like I mentioned Inner Defense, but these type of oils, they're kind of like the easy button for like, I don't know how many drops to do. I don't know where my capsules are. I don't have time to make a capsule, whatever. Like they're kind of just already, like they take the guesswork out of it. So this is just, I feel like stomach issues or stomach discomfort or whatever you're dealing with is just kind of like something that happens in every household. Like it might not be the same person every time, but it's just always something that we're dealing with. Like you just never know, right? Like we eat out, we don't always have full control over like the food and like the environment and like all of those things. So sometimes our bodies just react differently to things. And so I feel like if you're gonna stock your arsenal, you know, with really good products that you're going to need in a pinch, but you don't necessarily need them every day, but you want them when you need them. I feel like the gut health ones are some of the most important. And then as we talked about in the beginning of the class, you know, it's like, it's not just for the immediate need, but our gut is really affecting so much more than just our regular digestion as well. Okay, so let's see. So this says that it relieves occasional digestive discomfort, which obviously, like I said, you know, holiday is the perfect time for that. It does help cleanse and support the body's natural digestive processes. And I did note on here, which I do appreciate, that it said it's formulated in targeted release gel capsules for ideal absorption and minimal aftertaste. Because, you know, sometimes you just get that aftertaste for some of these, especially when you're just taking oils directly. So I really appreciated that as well. Alrighty, so let's move on to mineral essence. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with mineral essence, or if you've been around a long time, if any of you remember when we did the mineral essence, there was like a challenge. Like, remember like the ice bucket challenge? It was kind of like that. And it was, you had to video yourself taking straight mineral essence. And now y'all are probably all like, okay, cool, I'm never going to do that. So I will admit it doesn't actually taste that great by itself, but the more that I have taken it, like I started adding it to like a big thing of water, and the more diluted it is, especially with adding, if I add a shot of Ningxia, I can hardly taste it. And another really cool way to utilize this product is through, for, let's see, like you could put it in your bath water. And I didn't know about that, but my sister Haley mentioned it to me when I was pregnant. And so sometimes like stuff would be like, gosh, I don't think I can tolerate that, you know, like taking it in my mouth. So anyway, minerals play a huge part in our digestive health. And so this is a daily liquid supplement that combines the benefit of minerals with premium essential oils of lemon, cinnamon, and peppermint. And then it provides essential ionic minerals, which are most fully and quickly absorbed form of minerals available. It's an excellent source of magnesium. And I think that's part of why it's so good for our digestive health, because we definitely need magnesium. A lot of the like magnesium, a lot of the products on the magnesium products on the market y'all might be familiar with, like Magnesium Calm and those types of things, are really good at supporting your digestive system. So if you need extra magnesium, this is a good way to get it, which you may not have known that. And like I said, it doesn't taste super great, but if you can get it down, it's also kind of, I think has just like a, I don't know, maybe like a salty taste. It does taste kind of like cinnamon. And then you do want to shake it up really good and refrigerate it after opening. And like I said, if you add some Ningxia to it, it really doesn't taste as bad. And then look, if you come over here to our ingredients, it has trace mineral complex, honey, royal jelly, lemon, citrus, cinnamon, peppermint. I don't really know what is in it that, I think maybe it's just the saltiness that maybe makes it kind of taste a little bit weird, you know? But anyway, so an amazing product, very good to have on hand. And like I said, if you are feeling like you need a little extra boost, you could always add some to your bath as well. Okay, so we're almost out of time. So what I really want to do is I just want to search enzyme for you guys. And this could be like a 2-hour class, right? There's so many Young Living products that are good for supporting our digestive system. So I'm so sorry that I didn't even make it through all of them, but there are 4 enzymes that are, there's Essential Zyme 4, Allerzyme, and Detoxzyme. And I know you're probably like, okay, but which one do I use? So Essential Zyme and Essential Zyme 4 are plant and animal based. So that's one way to kind of think of it. If you would prefer a plant-based, you can do Allerzyme or Detoxzyme. And it's funny, I didn't actually bring it in here, but I did a quick Google search comparing, I did a Young Living enzyme comparison, and a little chart popped up and it kind of broke down each one. So Essential Zyme 4 is actually going to be 2 capsules, and that one it also has like a time release capsule, and they're all kind of good for a little bit of different things. But honestly, you should take any enzyme that you have. I would say go ahead and take it with a meal, regardless of which one, if you're just looking for additional support, but they're all going to help us break down things. So sometimes our bodies, especially if we're overloaded, have a hard time breaking things down. So like this one for Essential Zyme says, stimulates overall enzyme activity and supports and balances digestive health to combat the modern diet. I know specifically Essential Zyme 4 helps us with like proteins, helps breaking down proteins and carbs and fats and all of that. So you can look on the website just to do a little bit of research and say, okay, which one is really best for me? But if you already have one, start taking those and really pay attention to how your body feels. Because like I said, we're just eating so many different things right now. And I know like there's different types of enzymes in each one. But all of them will assist in breaking down foods in our body, which is a lot of times what we need the most help with. So, and if you are not sure, like if you look right here on the website where it says certifications, it'll tell you which ones are vegetarian. Like I said, the Essential Zyme 4 and Essential Zyme, are going to be plant and animal based, whereas the Allerzyme and Detoxzyme are going to be, just plant based. So it's already 7:22 and I don't have time to go into each one. I did want to do a little bit more, but some other products that you can go ahead and look into is Alkaline is a really good product, especially this time of the year. If you really are like, you get home from a party or an event or something and you're like, ooh, something did not sit right with me and you want to take something right away. Alkaline would be a really good one for that. Also highly recommend having that on hand for pregnancy. And then there are some more products, like if you're ever interested in doing like a cleanse or, really digging even deeper into the digestive health, Comfort Tone, ICP Daily. There's even a kids probiotic. So there's so many options when it comes to digestive support. But I am going to finish this off for now. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know that was a lot and also so much more we could have covered, but definitely go to the website, use that as a resource. There's tons of information on there. If you need help, figuring out which product works best for you, and get your oils out and keep them handy for the holiday season, because it will make a huge difference in how you feel. Alrighty, friends, I'm going to close it out. And actually, you know what? Where is the chat? Oh, wait, there's some chats over here that I didn't get to see. Let's see. How do you get your littles to swallow inner defense? Ooh, that's a good question. I can't swallow pill unless it's with food. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. That one would be tough. I'm not sure about that, but I do want to remind you, if you do get them to swallow an inner defense, make sure they have food in their belly, because that one can be a little tough on the stomach for sure. My mom used to tell me, or I don't know if it's my mom or dad, but anyway, if you like try to put liquid in your mouth already and then add the capsule. But I don't know, because I'm actually the same way. I don't do really well with swallowing pills. So I kind of have to I have to force myself. My husband can put like 10 in his mouth at one time. I'm like, okay, you're superhuman. Mineral acids in kombucha. That's a really good idea. That's a great idea, actually. Angels and aloes right before bed. Okay, cool. That's a really good advice too. Taking them before bed, helping your body kind of give that extra help breaking things down as you're sleeping. I love that. So, and yes, the aroma ease does not have the anise, and that's why it doesn't smell as strong. It does have the fennel, but it does not have the anise. So that is also right. Definitely use peppermint digest. All right, guys, I'm going to close this out, but thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Now, how do I stop this? Okay, bye, friends.